Hello everyone, you've signed on for another great edition of the King's Castle. I'm King James, I'll be your host for the next hour of entertainment news, wrestling news, and whatever else you want to know.
Hey guys.
And here to help me as always is my colleague, the always reliable, but very kid-like Blair Chopin. Blair, good evening.
Oh, very kid-like. What happened to Rarely Shy?
Well, we're all big kids at heart, obviously.
Yeah, I agree. That's a good take.
And besides,
I agree with that take.
I think the fans think that Rarely Shy was getting kind of old.
I talked to the Ramirez family this week, and they told me, make sure no matter what, we're gonna unsubscribe if you don't say if James doesn't say Rarely Shy in your introduction. That's what the people want.
Yeah, right. Anyway, we got to talk about what has been a very interesting week as far as both Raw and SmackDown are concerned. But I think tonight we should start right at the top of the heap. As we know, the main event for SummerSlam is going to be Randy Orton from SmackDown taking on Raw's Beast Incarnate, Brock Lesnar. This past Monday, Brock Lesnar made his return to the ring in Atlanta. But I gotta say, Paul Heyman, in my opinion, cut one of the... Brock Lesnar!
That's our Paul Heyman sound effect.
Well, that's yours. But he cut one of the worst promos I think I've ever seen.
One of the worst?
Yeah, because he was sitting there acting all thuggish. He's gonna be like... He's like, you ain't gonna deliver no RKO or that. Just trying to act like a New York thug,
So he was taunting Randy Orton.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a good idea.
Oh, you are so right.
I don't
because
know.
Guess who happened to show up?
Trish Stratus.
No.
Oh.
Randy Orton did make a surprise appearance, and he dropped Brock Lesnar with an RKO like that.
And that's surprising because, to let the fans know, Randy Orton's a SmackDown wrestler, and he came to Raw.
Right.
And that's probably why Paul Heyman felt so comfortable taunting Orton like he wasn't there.
But the next night on SmackDown, during Randy Orton's match, Brock Lesnar showed up in the crowd and jumped the barricade and delivered a receipt in the form of an F5. So
it's on, isn't it?
It's really turning into a game of one-upsmanship. But my question is, was Randy Orton really being smart, or is this just some kind of big head game going back and forth, in your opinion?
I don't know if he's being smart. Obviously, I don't think any of these guys want to make the other guy mad, logically.
Yeah,
but for the storyline's sake, I think they're just building more and more anticipation for this match. More focus, which is kind of BS. Let's be honest about it.
Oh, well,
come on, that's kind of crap.
Yeah, because
I mean, I don't know. I understand why they didn't punish him, but I still think it's kind of slimy.
At the same time, they're trying to build up the hype for the match, so they don't want to. They don't want to tamper with it by saying he's suspended unless he can get back in the ring before SummerSlam.
Yeah, I mean, I think they could have still suspended him and haven't had him back in the ring for SummerSlam.
Yeah.
But, anyways, I think they're just trying... I mean, there's bad news out there, bad publicity for Lesnar. Bad publicity for wrestling in general with the Roman Reigns thing as well, so they're just trying to build more and more hype for this match.
Without question.
Which I think that effectively does that.
But I posed this question to you before during our draft show prior to the live draft on SmackDown. But I'm going to pose it again, given the back and forth one-upsmanship, if you will.
Right.
Who has the advantage? You think the advantage is still with Randy Orton, or do you think Paul Heyman can pull a miracle?
Well, there's definitely going to be some sort of Paul Heyman interference in this match. The question is, will that be enough to guarantee Lesnar victory? I'm still slightly favoring Orton here. I think it's better for the WWE if Orton wins.
Really?
Because with the way Lesnar's contract is structured, he only has to kind of wrestle occasionally.
Yeah.
So why not have Orton win? You build him into more of a superstar. Keep that kind of giant legend killer persona of his going, and then I haven't really seen the ratings yet. I'm assuming Raw is going to eventually top SmackDown in ratings because of brand recognition.
Right.
So it would be great for the WWE, I think, to have a superstar on SmackDown.
But let me ask you this: since the brand extension has made this more about ratings war between Raw and SmackDown, wouldn't it make more sense from Raw's perspective to kind of restructure Lesnar's contract so he has to wrestle more often?
It would, but the only problem with that is Lesnar would have to agree with that. And I don't think he would because
But he could still get paid more money.
He could get paid more money, but I think he's made it more clear that he likes the kind of contract he's in. And then if the WWE says, well, we want you to wrestle more, Lesnar will say, well, I can just walk out from the contract. And I still think they want him there as an occasional attraction. So even though I think he's not worth what they're paying him.
So in a way, you think he and Paul Heyman have creative control over the contract?
To a certain extent. I don't know if they can say, hey, we want to wrestle this guy or this guy, but I think they can say, we want to wrestle such and such event. Like only the big events, like WrestleMania, SummerSlam, Survivor Series, etc.
That makes sense. So I'll tell you what, we're gonna take a little time out, but when we come back, we're gonna focus a little more on the two championship main events for Raw and SmackDown for SummerSlam. So stay right there.
Oh, good job, James.
So, Blair, you and Justin are